Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 17th. This is part one of your reading. There will be a part two in the pinned comment down below for you to watch. But let's just get started here, Gemini, and see what is going on for you at this time. And yeah, it looks actually already pretty much better than what everybody else has had. This is good, Sun. I don't like the Three of Swords, but you have the Four of Swords, so it could be healing from that, which is nice. But Ace of Pentacles, can't beat that either. But let's see, you have this Hyena Spirit card, and this card says fear. I do feel like there could be fears. Hold on, I'll show you this card in a second. But I do feel like there could be some fear-related things coming up for people. Just a weird week. You know, I've said it to pretty much everyone else. It's been, again, I haven't seen like a trend of challenging readings in a while. And this week, there has been a trend of challenging readings. You have the Devil here. You have this Fear card. You have the Five of Cups as well. I would say overall, it's a positive reading, though. You do have the Three of Swords, Ten of Wands. It's like, you know, something is clearly a burden to you at this time. Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, Devil. To me, this just looks like a heavy energy. It could be a breakup for some of you with the Three of Swords, but it could be just basically anything, any type of burden. For some of you, it could be a breakup with a fire sign. You have Leo and Aries showing up in this reading. Now, this person could just be a controlling person in the first place with the Devil, though. So don't be afraid to let go of things. I kind of like this card. There's like two choices here. You know, you can see that one side is dead, one side is alive over here. I almost just feel this is a choice. You can choose to be happy and joyful, or you can choose to be miserable, like on this side here. So to me, you know, I've said it before, to me, happiness is a choice. We basically choose to be happy. So no matter what is going on, yes, I understand that there are some bad things that happen in the world, but that doesn't mean you should be miserable. I said this like last week, and I got like plenty of comments from people like, how dare you be happy when all these miserable things are happening in the world? And I responded to every single one of those people. Not that I should care about the comments, I really don't, but at the same time, it's like, that is a choice. You know, some people said happiness is not a choice. There are all these miserable things happening. I'm like, well, you can still choose to be happy. You don't have to be miserable. And that doesn't help anything either, just like sitting around and stewing all day. So I would choose happiness here, Gemini, with this card. You even have the Sun, the card of happiness, the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. The Sun kind of asks you to focus on your inner child. You can see there's a child right here. There's this wall behind him. That wall kind of represents the wall that we all build up around our inner child, right? We all start thinking that we have to grow up. People even tell us to, people tell us. I said the word balls the other day in a reading, and people told me to grow up. I'm never going to grow up, right? People tell us we have to get old. There are plenty of people who choose not to get old, right? So that's kind of what's popping into my head with the Sun. I feel like you need to choose happiness and choose like enlightenment and good, warm energy. Again, you do have the Three of Swords here. Could be a breakup or a separation, but I'm not really too worried about it. You have the Four of Swords, which is like a quick recovery. You know, whenever you get like the Three of Swords, Four of Swords, something along those lines. You have the Ten of Wands as well. Ten of Wands is carrying a burden, but he's about to reach this village that is off in the distance over here. Over here. And he's about to release his burden. Really kind of tells me that you're just about to release a burden. I feel like you are about to release things that maybe have been hurting you for a while or something along those lines. So I'm not too worried about it. And again, this could be anything, by the way. I would, I would also watch your health with this row. I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice. But I would definitely, focus on your health. Make sure you're staying healthy. I don't think it's saying that you're going to get sick or anything like that. But Three of Swords, Four of Swords, it's like just saying take care of yourself. Next, you have this trine sextile card, and it says symbiosis on it. So, to me, trine energy is something that comes easily. Like, these are astrology cards, and trines in astrology are, people who have a lot of trines. Like, it's funny. People who have a lot of trines, you might think that their life is easy, right? But the problem with the trine is when we have a lot of trines in our chart, it kind of represents things that we are born with, skills, talents, gifts, abilities that we just have. So people who have a lot of trines, number one, can be lazy. Number two, they just don't know that they're good at something. It's like if you come to Earth with a skill and you're just naturally good at it, then it just doesn't seem special. It doesn't seem like something that's important. It doesn't seem like something that is needed, right? So sometimes, to me, whenever we have like trine energy in a reading, it's saying there might be like a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have that could be very beneficial to you at this time. And maybe you just don't think that it's special because you were born with it, right? And I feel like some of you could be either needing to discover what this is. I can't tell you. You have to discover it on your own, or you are discovering it, is what it looks like here. You have the Five of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Five of Cups is a card of disappointments, but there is clearly a turnaround happening for you. If he were to turn around, he would see these two cups and this bridge that leads to this castle over here. So he needs to be grateful for what he does have. He needs to be grateful for something else. This middle row is pretty easy. I kind of just see this as an opportunity that's coming in for you with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like people are telling you that you're good at something, but it's like, again, trine energy. It's like maybe you're like, what? I'm not good at that, right? Maybe you're thinking to yourself, I'm not actually good at what these people say I'm good at because I've never done it before, or whatever. But it's almost like you are a natural at something, like a skill, a talent, gift, skill, or ability. And if you get an opportunity, I would take it with the Ace of Pentacles. You do have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is about like releasing something, so I feel like you are about to release a burden. For some of you, I kind of see this as like a lot of things and then one thing. And what I mean by that is I feel like you could be getting an opportunity that is kind of simplifying your life in a lot of ways, but it's also releasing a lot of burdens as well. One of my favorite books of all time now. I don't know if it's actually a good book. I just think some of the advice is good. But it's by James Altucher, and it's called Skip the Line. And in that book, he talks about some sort of rule that he has. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the 60-4 rule or 60-40 rule or something like that. He talks about the 80-20 rule, and then he talks about the 60-40 rule. But basically, his point is that that in life, it's like he talks about most modern day millionaires have like 7 sources of income, right? And I'm not saying this is about making money, but it could be about anything. But he talks about how he's like, if you have a job, let's say, or you have a business that's making you like $100,000 a year, but he's like, maybe if you take the 20% that produces, and let's say like 20% of the work that you put into that business produces $60,000 a year, he says, just do the 20%, make $60,000, then you have like 80% more time to devote to something else that could also make $60,000. Then you're making like 120 instead of just 100,000. I know that's like crazy math, but for whatever reason, that story is popping into my head here. I feel like for some of you, it's like you could be kind of putting a lot of work into one thing, which is fine. And this could have to do with money or your health or whatever, but I almost feel like you could also do like 80% less and work on the 20% that is producing all of the results, and that would give you a lot of time to do other things. So even though maybe you're taking a pay cut, using his example, you're actually increasing your time. You're creating and giving yourself time to create something else. That was crazy. I know. I get it, Gemini. But if anyone can make sense of that, it's you. I'm a Gemini moon. I get it. Like my brain is all over the place. So, I feel like that made sense to you probably as a Gemini. And, what I would say here is I feel like some of you, it's like you could be spending, basically this is just trying to say simplify your time. 10 of Wands, too much time in too many different things, and focus on one thing, and that will actually give you more time. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Probably not. In your last row here, you have this casket card. It says someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So this could kind of like the death card is how I'm taking this. And you have the October card as well. This October card, there could be something happening for you in October. I'm kind of just seeing this as the fall intuitively. But I feel like it's talking about a transformation. Like during the fall, it could represent a death. I don't really feel like there is a death happening for you. I feel like this is more of a separation of a person who is, toxic, who is controlling, with this card right here. So some of you, I feel, could be releasing like a fire sign from your life. Could be any sign. You have the Two of Wands, the Devil, and the Emperor in this row. The Two of Wands is about you taking the lead. Again, I feel like you're going to have to be the one to choose to take the lead on a situation. On a very simple level, I feel that there is a story here for at least one of you where it's like you're choosing not to suffer any longer. It's like you could be with a person who's just like always negative. And very simple story. I feel like you are leaving that situation if that story is for you. For others, I feel like you are going to have to be the one to take the lead to remove yourself from a challenging or a negative situation with the Two Wands. And again, I feel like this is going to be a good thing. Two Wands is a good card. It is a card of success if you take the lead. So I would definitely be taking the lead. With the Devil, like I said, everybody this week has had the Devil. I'm not really sure what's going on with the Devil. I think that, intuitively, part of me thinks that the universe is just trying to get us to remove controlling or negative situations from our life. And I feel that for some of you. I do also feel that this could just be a Capricorn coming in for you. So if you're looking for love, could just be a Capricorn. And finally, you have the Emperor. The Emperor, I feel, is asking you to take action. He's got these rams on his throne right here, and the rams kind of represent needing to take action or needing to take action towards something that you are doing in your life. So I feel like you need to take action with this Emperor card. I also feel it's talking about like putting the work into something. There's something about balance here. I'm actually going to clarify that right away, Gemini. We're going to see what is this message of balance coming in. Six of Wands, attention, success coming in for you. I like the Six of Wands card of like recognition and achievement as well. I feel like you always get these cards of recognition and achievement. You have the Five of Swords, definitely a separation in this middle row. So some of you are separating away from a situation. It's probably just too negative. And bottom row, you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups has been coming up quite a bit this week. I feel like you need to focus on like what you want in your life, what you want your future life to look like, or how you want things to go in your future with this energy. Seven of Cups is like being spoiled for choice. And I feel like you are kind of spoiled for choice, but I feel like it's time to remove yourself from a challenging or a negative situation. I want to see what this card is. Yeah, look, you have this Carrot card. It says opportunity or windfall. So there could be a harvest coming in for you. What's interesting about this card is it's like, the carrot, the greens are above the ground. The good part that you want is below the ground. So I feel for a lot of you, there is a need to kind of like do some digging in your life. What you are digging for is probably that trine energy. Again, if you're born with a skill and you just don't know you're good at it, if you're a natural at something, then, it can be a little bit challenging to figure out what that is. So that's that, Gemini. We're going to do a part 2. It's going to be linked up in the top comment down below, so make sure to check that out. But we're going to get some more details on what this is. So thank you for being here, Gemini. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.